What's up, you guys? Hope you guys are doing awesome. So for today's videos, I just was trying to review what happened previously the past few months and how to improve upon that the next bull run and bear run. So here are some tips that I've learned from my experience and from researching that are hopefully helpful to you guys too. So let's get into it. First one for the intro, it's to put into the action plan when there's obviously fork signs, right? So like A plus RSI weekly on major coins, altcoin all-time highs several weeks already, degen projects, NFTs selling for ridiculous amounts. It's like feeling euphoric, and maybe a lot of people, or including myself, are thinking about making way more even though they already like 10-20x their portfolio, right? So at that point, it's probably best to start heavily taking profits, and especially if it's like life-changing money, right? If it's life-changing money, then just take profits right away. So second one would be to remind myself to not be too critical, right? So when I first started out in like early 2020, I didn't know how to keep any gains at all, and I had no info about the game. While in 2022, I managed to keep 6 months worth of living expenses in terms of the gains, but I overinvested too much in the high risk projects and they went down like 89%. I invested bits into those blue chips, but not enough. However, I am becoming more integrated into this space virtually, so maybe by 2024, I'll possibly be starting my trades-giving capital investment firm full-time while part-time marketing advisor, or maybe it'll be vice versa, where maybe I'll do like semi-full-time for marketing advisor, like let's say around 30 hours a week, and then for trades-giving capital it'll be around like 20 to 30 hours a week, and then maybe a few years later it'll be switched around. It'll be like 40 hours trades-giving capital, then like 10 to 20 for marketing advisor. So we just gotta progress in our journey. Everyone's different, so as long as you're progressing, that's a really good sign. Secondly, it would be to take a breather after certain events, right? So after slowly taking profits out of major coins and putting them into less volatile assets like cash, stocks, paying off medium to higher interest rate debts aggressively, along with the degen plays later, since those tend to follow the major coins movements. So just continuously selling out of yield opportunities like games, and then selling off those like NFTs that already like are inflated in price. So just continually cashing them out and putting them into more stable assets. Second part of the take a breather, it's to just go on vacation for 2 weeks with limited access to crypto news. After like taking major profits out of most of my portfolio, just to take a breather, get away from the industry, to focus on other things in life and just enjoy life, to not just over obsess about it, and to just be a more holistic person. Then once things start correcting heavily again, maybe it gets like the midway points of the bear market or something, then I'll probably do it again, vacation for like another week or something, and then maybe again a mass capitulation like these past 2 weeks, right? Just take a vacation, wait until all noise and all the different news gets flushed out of the markets, then take another vacation, then that'd be good. So signs of mass capitulation that I know are big funds going bankrupt by big investment firms, monthly low RSI major coins, dead signs in the chats, altcoins 95% correction, the other coins going off to previous all-time highs, other major coins, stuff like that. So I heard about these initially from other content creators. However, I never really experienced them fully, so experiencing them fully really helps a lot. After that, it'd be to prioritize, right? So for projects to continue working for, if they continue having great income despite the bear market, that's really good, all right? If there's room for growth too. So even if the income's like decent, but I'm not able to grow, then and to expand my roles and then to make more from working more and adding more value, then I'll probably also look for an opportunity or do that part-time instead of full-time. Or maybe they have other benefits like by listening to other projects, maybe they give vested tokens, maybe they have some insider info, etc. Or if I love working with a team and community, then I'll probably stay at least part-time to be involved with them. Then if I have extra time, then I'll negotiate to work for other projects that received higher funding with better offers for my specialized skills. So it'll probably be marketing, social media, as I have the most experience in that, community building. Then for you, it could be different, right? So maybe they have great fundamentals. So I'll research these projects with a research checklist, make sure they have good partners, great team, etc. And especially amazing funding to survive another bear market, which I learned recently. Then it would be to also assess other areas in life to focus on. So let's say maybe after all this happened, maybe I haven't focused on my fitness enough, so maybe I'll focus on that more, focus on hanging out with family and friends more. Maybe I just got too busy and haven't hung out with them more. Then focus on social life, new hobbies, creativity, working on a poetry book, working on learning different skills, maybe learn how to draw, learn how to do like voice acting, just different stuff, right? So just other stuff that I want to work on, spirituality too, and just thinking about the long-term picture instead of just crypto. Then it would be to also diversify, right? So for cash, to always keep a 3-month supply ready to be deployed at any time for living conditions, maybe 1 month for an emergency event or something. Then keep the rest of the cash in a separate account, so I just don't touch it. I'll just wait until those mass capitulation signs, like the big players starting to get liquidated, start to show. Then for this time, I went about it the wrong way. I was deploying my capital into degen plays way too early, even though the blue chips were starting to decrease. So then liquidity was getting sucked out of these degen projects. So now that I learned my lesson, I will DCA more so into the blue chips instead before the degen plays, right? So second one would be to do that, like those major ones like ETH, Sol, AVAX, BNB, and we'll see what other layer ones pop up, as I saw that a bunch of them receive hundreds of millions of funding, so maybe it'll be another Sol AVAX in the next cycle. That one we'll have to see. Another one includes Polygon too. Third one, after deploying capital into the blue chip projects, would be to get into those NFTs and degen plays. However, I would wait until they are at or lower than mint price. So if the floor is like 5 or 10x already, I would probably stay far away from those projects until they slowly decrease, and then preferably they would have their tokens not released yet, so that you just have an NFT, and then if the project team is smart about it, they'll probably wait until releasing tokens, their IDO, until after the bull market starts again, or at least the market bottoms out a bit. So that would be the ideal goal. So instead of buying way too early like I did this time, I'd wait until there's major discounts. Then you'll probably get an even bigger discount by waiting for those major coins to bottom out, and then you'll buy those degen plays even cheaper. Then for the long-term stock portfolio, it's to add in slowly weekly. If the weekly RSI for major indexes is around 50, or if there's any insane good deals, if there's like a major catalyst event or something, bearish event, that just brings the stock down for that. Then lastly, for trades giving capital, it's to really focus on that, right? So ideally by that time, I have enough funds to expand the firm, like hire out analysts, assistants, content creators, social media, etc. Build up my website, maybe have someone else work on that, build my own NFT collection. So maybe I want to hire a graphics artist to draw the waifus, and then add the poetry, listen to that specific to each one, different colors and stuff. So that'd be cool, but that's probably a long time away. Then podcasts with video transcription, so just getting people on, so hopefully I build more connections by then. And then if not, I'll just continue doing the podcast like I am doing right now with the projects I'm working on right now. Then probably dedicate Twitter and YouTube on TGC, then 2-3 alpha posts weekly, probably treasury updates monthly, etc. So these are just a bunch of brainstorming ideas, so that once the bull market starts, I can reassess and look at these and to create another game plan later. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys found this useful. Let me know what are your best tips for preparing in this bear market, for preparing for the next bull market, and talk to you guys next time.